A lot of records, Phil.
Yeah, it's incredible when they told me it broke Art Schleister's record as the #1 quarterback passing yardage. That was an era that I remember, and I grew up watching him play, and I remember it was almost a thought that that would never be broken. So it's an awesome honor. You got a lot of football left.
You think you're on a roll? You said a few weeks ago, we just got to get on a roll.
Yeah, right. We're on a roll, and we're also realistic. You know, the one thing that I just appreciate our team coming out playing. You know, and when you have videotape of a team that had Washington, I believe it was 10-7 in the fourth quarter, and that kind of caught our attention, especially on the way they were playing on defense. So they approached last week like their hair was on fire, and so they did a nice job.
Second row right to Austin.
Urban, to get Mike back involved, it looks like, I don't know how, if you'd say he's 100% or not, but the way you used him, how good did that seem to you? And are you still trying to figure out exactly how to use him and JK moving forward, or do you have a better idea after tonight?
Yeah, he only was averaging 4.4. I thought it was more than that. But he looked, I saw what you saw, ran hard, and he's got knocked the rust off him a little bit, but there's no doubt we want to get both those cats involved. And it's going to be, now that we know he's cleared, and he's finally cleared, pain-free. You know, for a while there was to fight through the scar tissue. It was a significant tear right before training camp. They almost had to do surgery on him. So we were dealing with maybe a year embryo loss right before training camp. And he came back fast and had another little setback, but now it's gone. And it's going to be enjoyable to have those two checkers to work with.
Second row right, Tony.
Urban, was this the most man coverage you've seen this year from the opponent?
It might be. I don't know. It was they played a lot of man.
What effect does that have? I mean, you guys were more successful downfield than you have been all season. Is that a product?
Yeah, we're still actually disappointed that if you recall that we didn't hit. Early in the game, we took a shot from the 1 yard line and just threw it over his head. So it was. I didn't think about that until now. It was more man than we've seen.
Right next door, Ari.
Urban, I know that you guys haven't seen the film yet. You've got a lot to analyze, but you guys had similar stretches of victories last year with taking care of business the way you guys have the last few weeks. I'm just wondering, how much can you take away from beating a team the way you beat this team tonight in terms of just your opponent was overmatched, and you guys have a few more games like this on your schedule. How much can you take away as a coaching staff, as a team from a win?
I'm not sure which games. If you're talking about a game next week, we're playing a team that beat Texas 50-some points.
No, I meant like tonight.
You said there was more games coming. I don't see that at all, and that's certainly not the message. The message is be a pro, handle your business, and go out and play the best you can. So what do we take out of it? The guys came out like pros and beat a team, like I said, that at Washington 10-7. So I'm glad we don't have that kind of mentality like you just said. That we're just we understand there's still a lot of new players playing out there. They have to get better. Kendall Sheffield with pass defense, and Damon Arnett, some of the young Jeff Okuda, they are getting better. That's how you get better.
One quick follow-up too. Speaking of young players, Demario, I know, had some abdomen stuff. It seemed like he was banged up. Looked like he was pretty fast and really healthy out there. How do you analyze what he played?
He's still not 100%. I don't see it that way. I still see he's got more in the tank than what I saw. So that one where he broke away, usually he's out. So we're still fighting through that thing. But he's doing a good job trying to fight through it.
Front row right, Bill, and then Tim.
Your defense was smothering tonight. What did you want to see from your defense? And also, can you address the Raymond situation? What happened with Raymond?
Yeah, freak injury, awful. I think it was Tuesday when I can't remember what day it was. But we have a good practice, hot day, and we're in there watching film. I get a text message from him, cut his leg on a locker. And I go in there, and it's ridiculous. So he's out for, probably be out this week too, when we get back. But he's going to be fine. I mean, it was really bad, almost going to be a nerve injury, but it's not.
And the defensive performance overall?
Defense was very good. Before we watch a film, but we shut out an opponent, especially a Big Ten opponent. They played great. I think our pass defense is getting better and better. It's going to have to get better.
Tim.
Urban, what did Johnny Dixon plays mean not only for him but for the team there in the first half? I mean, he kind of got things going.
Yeah, I want to point out one guy too that Marcus only had 3 catches, Marcus Ball, but the whole principle of straining and selflessness. He's the one that got Johnny loose on that one. I haven't seen it, but they were saying upstairs you can see that he's the one that set him free. He just hasn't been that kind of player to strain and knock your teammate in the end zone like he did. So Johnny caught a ball and ran fast. people block more.
What is the biggest thing you get out of a game like this? I mean, you've been asked that question sort of like, you know,
I'm not sure what you guys mean by that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure. When you ask that question, what do we get out of this? We came into a Big Ten opponent and played some pretty good football in the past, and we won a game. And you guys are pros and took care of business. You got a lot out of it. You got to win, and you got some young guys playing, and some guys getting game experience. You got a lot out of it.
Couple more questions over here on the left. Nick?
Past few weeks, do you feel that you've seen some real growth out of your receivers?
I have. I actually was disappointed in the first quarter tonight. I thought we had some, our quarterback here, I was really disappointed when we didn't hit the plays that we have to hit early on, but we came back and started hitting them. And so I don't know if our receivers played like I expected them to play. I think we expect more out of them.
And far left over here, Steve?
Urban, Chris obviously was on your staff for a couple of years. Do you feel for him after a night like this, given how the program's been making some progress, but obviously the scores?
Yeah, I love Chris. Chris is a friend. Chris is a guy that I think they're getting better. I really do. I think this is a great state to recruit in. I know they respect Chris, and Chris, I see his feel on that defense, and I thought their defense, we played well tonight. I think that's a good defense. I think offensively they got a ways to go a little bit. But much respect, they got the right coach here, and it's going to take a while to build it.
Doug, far left?
Urban, since the Oklahoma game, has the offense done what you wanted it to do when you think back to that night?
Yeah, they, like you said, there's been we have maybe a talent gap on the teams we played, and it'd be nothing worse about them to start screwing around and have it be 21-10 at halftime or 21-7, something like that. So yes, but the best thing is that there's a locker room, and a guy I'm going to talk to you here in a minute that understands that this is not about, like we gave a game ball in the locker room. He said, thank you, but this is about winning games, get better for next week, and that's the mentality we have.
And what's the situation with Eric Smith?
Eric Smith, he wasn't ready to make this trip.
Will he be okay for next week?
If he's ready to make the trip or make the play, that's my call. That's between me and him.
Antonio Williams?
He's injured. He's fine. He got cleared.
He's back.
So he's back tomorrow.
And Willie was here, but he didn't play, is that right?
Yeah, we're just being cautious. He got a little sore on Thursday, so he should be cleared next week.
And last question, back row left.
Urban, did you notice anything different about Graciano before, during, after the game? Any emotions, any more intense?
Well, I kind of brought it up a few times because I was not here, but I was with him on his journey here, and we used to talk all the time. And I remember when they lit up the Manhattan skyline with Rutgers Scarlet Night, the Empire State. It was one of the coolest things I've seen. And I think that was Louisville, right, when they beat Louisville. I think that also helped the Gators get into the national championship game. So I really appreciate that.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you very much.